Welcome to Occultist Radio, radio for the higher self, with your hosts, Jymie Darling and Vicky Adams, the most beautiful Vicky Adams.
How come I don't go first anymore?
Want me to start that over?
No. Not at all.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're back with a vengeance. We got a great show tonight, although we got people showing up.
Okay. We thought people had forgotten about us.
You all forgot about us because we were gone for so long. We actually have a really good show going on. We actually went out and ran a flash mob thing, but nobody showed up, too.
Barely.
We went out to Hollywood and Vine and put down smoking children's shoes, a Bible, some signs, and clothing.
No, we just put down some children and watched them.
Watch them get raptured.
Be raptured, yeah.
Some people gave us some dirty looks. Some people laughed and thought that we were right on track. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was more fun than I don't know, cooking puppies in the microwave.
We have some photos. Hey! Exploding puppies.
Exploding puppies. Hey, we're going to get lots of letters for that. We don't do that.
We don't exploit puppies.
Well, we're back. Welcome to Occultist Radio. We're back this week. With good shows coming up. So take it away, Boo Boo Bear.
Damn it, I was going to do the brain thing.
You can't do the brain thing if I don't have it lined up and ready to run.
Alright, don't worry.
What is up with that?
I was going to ask, what are we doing tonight, brain?
The same thing we do every Saturday night.
Well,
We try to take over the world. I still can't find it.
Anyway, don't worry about it. No, seriously, what are we doing tonight?
Tonight we're going to do some divination. We're going to have some fun with some divination. And then we're actually, we're going to go through the different kinds of divination. We're going to do some other mythology stuff and stuff like that. And we're going to do some mythos because it's the day of rapture, and I thought we would do some mythos about some origins of some stuff.
Okay.
And then go right into some divination and techniques and stuff like that. And then do the Odus. And I mean really do the Odus for the cowrie shells. And anybody in the room gets to get a reading. If there's anybody in the room.
There's,
You and I.
What happened to the other people? They were in and then they left. Alright. That's what happens when we miss a couple of weeks.
I know. Oh, you know what?
What?
Pinky and the brain, yes, Pinky and the brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. In laboratory mice, their genes have been spliced. They're Pinky and the brain.
All right.
Now that I've done the silliness.
It wasn't necessary.
It kind of was.
All right. So we're going to go into the origins of Satan.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do the show on the road.
Since, we're all doomed anyway.
Satan.
According to the Christians.
Should have had the whole butthole surfers thing that goes, Satan.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It's all right.
I don't even know what song that's off of anymore.
Neither do I. Probably something Hellfire Club. Electric Hellfire Club or something.
No, it's Butthole Surfers.
Oh, the Butthole Surfers. Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell you're talking about.
I'm just calling people buttholes.
No, all I heard was surfers. I'm like, fine, sure.
Alright, surfers. That sounds great. Alright, take it away, Boo Boo Bear.
Alright, so we're going to go briefly through the origins of Satan.
And we're doing briefly?
We're doing it briefly.
Yeah, because we do have a lot of pages, don't we?
Yeah, there's a...
You went overboard this week.
You went overboard this week.
You tried to take us back with a vengeance.
Well, no doubt skip a couple of these pages.
No doubt that we won't, because some of that's for the Q&A.
Yeah, that's a lot of pages.
And we can survive.
You know, my throat was feeling fine, and now that I'm on air, it's not.
Have a drink of soda. Thank you very much.
Okay. So there's no such creature by that name, you know, unless you're like a Christian and such. You know, you're going to believe in that kind of mythos. But anyway, Satan was literally, it was a slang term. So, and like in 1,000 years from now, someone will find the writings of someone and refer to a Nimrod or some other name that is not in a solidly defined format and simply pin a definition to it. Shaitan, Shin, Yod, Dan, Nun. It was used as a slang term to mean adversary. If you disagree with me, I will call you my Shaitan. But for me to regard you like that would also be a compliment. You would have to be well-spoken and not completely ignorant and illiterate. You must be someone who would be my intellectual rival, or I would simply disregard you. For example, Republicans are the shaitans to the Democrats. Now, the Greeks got a hold of this and went, well, what is a shaitan? The mistake was that they assumed it to be a god, or at least an assimilation of a god. To a god. Well, it must be someone bright and intelligent who knows things that are not afraid to contradict you. Well, that would be to the Greek god Lucifer. He was the bright and shining one, the one who knew everything. And
yeah.
And do you think it was a kind of a pain to have around?
He was only a pain in the aspect of he corrected people. So the bright and shining one came around, and then everybody had to be quiet because nobody wanted to go up against him because he was quite literate. And it's kind of like it's kind of like if I showed up to something and it was my specialty.
Yeah.
Everybody would kind of sit down and shut up, and I'd be a pain in the butt because.
Kind of like always.
Oh, nice. I'm done playing with you now. No.
What?
No.
How many times have you heard that?
No.
Yeah?
No.
What did you just buy?
Something.
Are you angry?
No.
It's true.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's not an illusion.
It is. Everything is an illusion, by the way. All of it's an illusion.
Oh God,
There's
why
nothing else that's not. That's just an illusion.
She's on this kick that everything is an illusion.
Oh, everything's an illusion.
I'm an illusion.
Well, the whole thing is an illusion.
The thing is,
here's what I.
That's actually another. I think that's another show.
Yeah.
Seriously,
it would be.
It'd be too long to get.
Here's the one that I was talking about. I think.
What happened?
I don't know. It froze.
Well, son, a funny thing about regret is that it's better to regret something you have done than to regret something you haven't done. And by the way, if you see your mom this weekend, would you be sure and tell her, Satan, Satan, Satan!
Are you happy now that you found that?
I'm happy I found it now. It's called Sweat Loaf.
Nice.
See, it is all an illusion. And Jacob,
we're not going to get into the illusion
because the illusion that you make in your whole world is great until some ape or knuckle dragger comes in
and shatters
the illusion. But then again, when you let other people into your illusion, they all wear these great masks. And these masks and costumes, because they're on this stage of their own life in this grand play about who they think or who they want to present themselves as. And every so often their mask slips and you see the monster behind the mask. And at that point the entire illusion is shattered. And then you have to remove that part of the illusion out of your life. That's why it's better not to have friends. But anyway.
Oh my God. You always take it to extremes. Create your world, but without these weaknesses.
Without people.
Well, people. Weaknesses.
I decide to create my entire world with you and bunnies.
But what if I want more in my world?
That's fine, just don't bring it into mine.
I'm not bringing anything into yours.
That's fine.
Do we overlap a little?
That's fine, but you bring more into your world, you just do it when I'm not around.
Uh-huh. Anyway. We're not going to get into that right now. So, where were we? Okay, we're going back to Satan, obviously. So, when Latin-speaking cultures got a hold of these scripts, they also did not have an idea of who, these shaitans were, as it was not of their culture. And, to be honest, nobody really wants the Lord of the Flies around. Or maybe some people do.
You don't know.
Right. Yeah. So Shaitan and Lucifer must be the equivalent to Beelzebub. Which, do you agree?
Yeah. Well, it's not a demon until the church got a hold of him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
And now the church got a hold of all these and demonized them all.
Yeah. Well, realizing that God had an adversary, a Shaitan, as do all religions and cultures throughout time, and they named God's adversary Satan, obviously taking off of that name. Knee-jerking the way they do.
Of course.
And then connected the other names from the pagan philosophies to Satan, like Beelzebub and Lucifer. That way, not only to scare people away from the pagan philosophies, but because they are too ignorant of history, and which is, that part there, not rewritten by them.
Uh-huh.
What are you doing? So distracted.
Keep going.
What are you doing?
Oh. Now, that was not only to scare people away from the pagan philosophies by naming the pagan gods as adversaries, but because they are too ignorant of history, it could be rewritten by them, by the church to suit their needs, because a lot of people couldn't read. Now, in the book that was based on some of those exorcisms, especially by this girl who was claiming the Beelzebub and Lucifer thing. There was a show, The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, okay.
It says it has 6 names. 6? No. It claimed Lucifer, but the real demon would know Lucifer is a fictional devil made up by the church. So you saw a lot of mentally ill people clinging to a belief and claiming that they were possessed. Now, and the whole thing is that, Satan itself, people go, oh, Satan. And there is no Satan. There really isn't. That brings us to Judas. Mm-hmm. And Jesus. Now, anybody watching the History Channel lately? Because they keep replaying it. Oh, well, okay. Well, we know that Judas was not a bad guy. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, history is not portraying. What did you do?
I have to turn
that Judas was not a bad guy, and as a matter of fact, anyone that knows his name knows that it wasn't actually Judas. First one has to realize that the Bible actually refers to more than one Jesus. Jesus the Nazarene, that was the child born to Mary and Joseph. Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus the Jew, known as Judas, and a couple of others. But the more on the story of Jesus the Nazarene and Mary later. But Judas was thus named to clarify the confusion in the Bible between the two Jesuses. It has since been clarified that Judas never actually betrayed Jesus the Nazarene, but instead acted in conjunction with him to martyr him. Jesus the Nazarene knew he was speaking out of line and was going to be sought out and persecuted, and he told this, Jesus the Jew, Judas, that if anyone were to look for him, not to hide him. Jesus pointed out and said, there he is, that is the one, take him. Instead, it is now coming out that he asked, where is the one you follow? Where is the one that claims to be the Son of God? To which Judas replied, he is right there. The kiss was a compassionate one and one of sorrow, as he knew what was about to happen. So you see, there never actually was a Judas. Oh, well, the church still has the Immaculate Conception to cling to. Mm-hmm. Or can they?
Oh, can they?
Because, and I'm going to short form it. The term virgin birth, there are still virgin births in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. There were over 10 when I was over there, I think 10 to 14. And there was 10 actually written about when Mary gave birth. It means that you were impregnated upon first intercourse, therefore you remained a virgin. As copulation was for procreation. I like that, you got to get you a shirt. Copulation for procreation. If the act never produced a pregnancy, then you were no longer a virgin. There were 3 Jesuses, like I said. And those of old enough to have had nuns teach us Bibles back in the 70s will recall that those terms were used, where they said Jesus of Jerusalem, Jesus the Nazarene, Jesus of Nazareth. Mary was sold actually into prostitution when she was young and very poor. This is why there was no room at the inn. Prostitutes not welcomed. They're still not welcome. Her first job was to go out to the caves outside the town and service some hermits. All these servants in the cave believed man was gone, and all their first names were Jesus. Yes, a super cult back then. Mm-hmm. The cult of the Jesus Cave. Is that like Heaven's Gate?
Possibly.
They practiced hermetic magic. Now, the one she was with was actually Joseph's uncle. That's why he agreed to marry her. After all, his crazy-ass old uncle in the cave knocked up this virgin, and his family came from money. They didn't want any problems. I hope that makes more sense now. Anyway, think about it. They named him Jesus. When he was 14, he went out to the desert and into the caves to commune with his father for 40 days and 40 nights. Without food and without water. Was it a miracle, or is it just that the hermits had food and water? When he returned, he stated from the original Bible that quotes him as, I am the Son of God, therefore I am the Son of Man. I am the Son of Man, therefore I am the Son of God. Look inside thyself and find the kingdom of heaven, for that he who helps himself has the help of God. Make any sense or sound familiar? At least they still have the resurrection. Or do they?
So, well, or do they? Or is it simply plagiarism? Oh no. Stupid phone. Okay. So, actually the resurrection myth took place in Egyptian philosophy more than 800 years prior to the birth of Christ.
No.
Yeah, it did.
You lie! Heretic! I agree with you. I know you're right. You just stared at me like, what the hell are you doing? It's just soda.
I need to smell your soda. When Set tore Osiris asunder, and Osiris was taken away to a cave where Anubis, Isis, Nephthys, and Thoth were all stood guard and worked on him. This is the arena where it all took place. Basically, it's the same old story. It's the stone. It's the cave with the stone that was rolled in front of it to keep, in this case, keep Set from disturbing them.
That's heresy.
Can you stop doing that because you're throwing me?
Heretic.
I'm not a heretic.
Burn the witch.
I'm not a witch.
Okay. Anyway,
so basically, it goes along. The story is familiar because if you've been raised in a Christian household, you know this.
You were a good Christian girl.
Yes, I was.
I was not.
Yes, you were. So basically, they worked on Osiris for 3 days, and of course he had no penis since that was ripped. Can you stop?
You said penis on air. You're supposed to say pee-pee.
The gender...
Or the ding-dong.
The pecker was removed.
That's even worse.
Cut off.
Wow. Okay, we're rating this one not for children.
What? You're throwing me off. Seriously. Anyway, the penisless Osiris...
Without peni.
The peni challenged Osiris arose after 3 days. We shouldn't be making fun of this. From the dead. Or basically, the underworld or the world of Tuat. Right?
Did you just say what I think you said? Oh, Tuat.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay.
It just occurred to me what you were insinuating. God. Twat?
Yeah.
Tuat is what I said.
Well, you know what, though? But that goes all the way back to Gilgamesh and everything else to the Sumerian.
I know. This is so disjointed. You're a bad girl today. Anyway,
Yeah. Welcome back to Occultist Radio. We're not all here yet.
Anyway, like I said, that always very familiar territory for most people.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, just in case you didn't know, that's where it truly originated from. I'm going to disconnect that phone because that's ridiculous.
I'm going to say, I think we've done enough for, the mythos thing. I want to actually get into the divination show, so what we're going to do is we're going to play a small song while she kills the phones, and whoever the hell's calling, every 10 seconds, because I will get your phone number, I will call you back, you will not be happy. When we return, we're going to return with divinations. This is going to be really exciting stuff. It really is. In the meantime, for all of you out there that were waiting for the rapture, don't fear the reaper.
Don't fear the reaper, nor do the winds, nor the sun, or the rain. We can be like they are. Come on, maiden, maiden, take my to fly. Don't fear the reaper. Maiden, take my hand.
Alrighty, we're back. We're back with divinations. How fun is this going to be? I'm excited for this part of the show. All right. But take it away, Boo Boo Bear.
Oh my God! Stop doing that to me on air. It's like private, personal stuff.
I know, but if I don't do it on air, then it doesn't throw you as bad because you just ignore me and play Facebook.
Whatever. So divination is the magical art of discovering the unknown by interpreting random patterns or symbols through the use of tools such as clouds, tarot cards, flames, smokes, tea leaves, scrying, etc. And divination contacts the psychic or ritual mindset or subconscious by drowsing the conscious mind through ritual and observation or manipulation of tools and interpreting the outcome. So let's go through a couple of different methods of divination here. So let's do the I Ching first.
Okay, let's do I Ching. I Ching.
It's a system of oracular divination.
Yeah.
Okay. The I Ching does not give you specific answers to your questions, but rather reveals patterns which help you arrive at the answer you seek. Answers are given in 64 hexagrams of solid lines to the yang and broken lines, which are the yin. These represent a state of being. The most common method used to determine hexagrams is to toss 3 coins 3 times. The traditional method is to toss a set of 50 yarrow sticks. The I Ching dates back to 2852 BC. The Chinese Emperor Fuxi developed a set of trigrams. Later on, around 1143 BC, the trigrams were doubled to hexagrams. The I Ching found its way to Western culture in the 19th century.
It's all an illusion.
It's not all an illusion.
Taziomancy. It's the art of reading tea leaves.
How about coffee grounds? I bet it fall along the same
lines.
Yeah.
That's you found that, and then there was and then what it is you're reading the patterns. You make the tea, you drink the tea, and then what's on the side of the cups you read the picture, if you can see any pictures or any patterns, and the bottom too. There's actually some cups out there that are old.
We have a couple.
That actually have writing on the inside, so that when you drink it, actually if it gathers in spots, it can actually tell you stuff. There's also dowsing, an old method of divination. Dowsing has been used for centuries for finding waters, treasures, gold, metals, peoples, animals, to tell the past, the future. Your butthole from your elbow if you're a ghost hunter.
Oh my God.
In fact, dowsing has been used for nearly 7,000 years and probably even longer. It was used by both the ancient Egyptians and the Chinese. In the Middle Ages, it was used in Europe to find coal deposits in water. In the 20th century, dowsing has been used in archaeological and geographical and geological work, and by utility companies in locating damaged water pipes and cables. The traditional tool of the dowsing is a forked rod made out of wood. Certain woods such as hazel, willow, ash, and rowan are the best. Many dowsers prefer to work with a pendulum on a string. The dowser attunes themselves to what is being sought, usually through visualization. Holds the forked end of the rod, making sure that the palms are turned upwards. The dowser walks until the rod trembles and dips down, marking the spot. In the case of dowsing with a pendulum, the dowser hangs the pendulum over a map of some sort. Here you go.
What's that?
I'm done.
Okay, aura scrying.
Teach us about auras.
Who does aura scrying anyway?
You know what, though? I've seen it done with a couple of the machines, and the machines were impressive.
You mean like the people that used to...
That came here?
Come into the store?
Yeah, and they had that little machine.
Yeah.
And it zapped, and then it could tell you what color it was right there. And it was pretty accurate, and it kind of, amazed me, and I wanted one, but it's like $5,000. Now I don't want one.
I thought they were $500.
Not $500. If they're $500, I'd already have one.
All right.
They're $5,000. That's why I don't have one. Okay. Just like I don't have a $15,000 flirt camera.
Yeah, but you have a
Alienware laptop.
So bit by bit, slowly
but surely,
we
can't create the illusion that I have a flirt camera.
I can't afford a flirt camera.
Just illusion the money to have it.
Then everything is an illusion.
I knew I'd get you to agree with me on this radio station yet.
No, in your mind.
All right, aura is actually interesting. I think it is, and I think it's a lost art because a lot of people don't do it.
Yeah. All right. So the word aura comes from the Greek word.
And here's why this would be good, because you could actually tell the type of person that was coming up at you, and you could get rid of the liars, the illusionists, and the people dressed in costumes and masks with lies and smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, but the thing is,
but you can't hide your aura.
That's jumping your gun. What if that person's just going through a really crappy period at that point in their life, and it's not purely who they are, you know?
Not my problem. Judged at first sight.
It's still judging.
Judge at first sight.
Whatever. I still think that's the wrong way to go around it. So it comes the word aura comes from the Greek word avra, which means breeze or wind. It does.
Is that what it means? You're Greek.
Well,
educate us, oh Greek one.
Maybe I only know the Greek word for air, so it probably is. I don't know every Greek word out there.
Why not?
Because
let's call your mom.
And we're not calling my mom.
We called my mom.
That's different because your mom wanted to be on. So auras are fields of energy that emanate from all objects. Inanimate objects tend to have one color or hue, while animate objects have many colors or hues that are constantly changing in color or intensity. These hues are affected by many factors, both physical and emotional. Auras form 7 layers of energy and are said to project up to 8 feet away. To the trained eye, the aura can be a window to the soul. Much can be seen from a person's aura, such as love, anger, jealousy, health, etc. When two people's auras are compatible, their aura can interact with each other. This is an excellent way to raise or power up psychic power. Thus, the cone of power is created.
See, I told you I mess with you when you don't know it.
It is believed that when a person passes or an inanimate object is destroyed, that the aura continues to exist as part of the universal web of energy that surrounds all things. Chakra, being psychic orbs of energy, tend to contribute to the auric field by giving off their own particular colors.
Are you going to tell us the colors?
All right, I'll go through the chakra colors really quickly. Your root chakra.
Not chakras. I want aura colors.
What?
I want the aura colors.
Well, it's the aura chakra colors.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of different from the
regular chakras.
Regular, yeah. Well, I thought that's what I was talking about. All right. Just so you know, this is not the traditional color of the auras. I mean, the chakras. Blah. So your root chakra.
Well, you're confusing the bunny and I.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm ready.
All right.
I've got my pen and paper.
Okay. The root chakra, the white sacral chakra.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's that is kind of the traditional. Can you just go, because we've done a chakra show? Just kind of go into the aura colors.
Okay.
We've done a chakra show.
Well, I was going to do a comparison, but all right.
Well, you can do a comparison if you'd like.
No, I'll just go through them. I'll probably just be confusing if I did that, huh? All right. So I'll just go through the colors. Blue would represent harmony, spirituality, calm, and inner peace. I thought spirituality would be more purple. Anyway. Dark blue would be apathy, narrow-mindedness, and, a moody kind of, vibe.
Green, that's why I'm dark blue.
Dark blue.
Yeah. That's what I am.
You're black. Green is sympathy, calm, healing arts, and friendship. Dark green would determine jealousy, envy, and mistrust. So when they say the green eyes of envy, it should be the dark green eyes of envy.
Yeah, I'm just dancing to the song in my head.
Oh my God. Alright, orange is social involvement, creativity, caring, and warmth, and the dark orange would be shallow emotions. The pink, love, compassion, and cheerfulness. Dark pink, immature, pity, and guilt. Red is vitality, sexual energy, and will, and the dark red is pain, inflammation, anger, and hostility. Yellow.
Oh, maybe I'm dark red.
Okay. Yellow, optimism, warmth, cheerfulness, and good health. Dark yellow, shy, withdrawn, selfishness. Violet, seeking, practical, worldly, sensitive. Dark violet, humiliation and sorrow. Brown is basically a negative color, earthy, materialistic, greed, physically ill, anxiety.
I don't think I've met anybody who was brown who was nice.
Have you ever seen anyone brown?
Yeah. George was brown.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, when they did the machine on him, a lot of him was brown.
Oh.
Yeah, and they stopped it.
They stopped.
Yeah, they stopped the program because it was like, you're not a nice guy.
You're just brown.
You color poo. I'm done with you.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. And it's
George used to be a person that used to work in the store before we came along, and while we were here. But yeah.
Yeah, brown people you try to stay away from.
Okay. I've never seen anyone brown.
Oh God, I've seen like 3 or 4 in England, and they were just horrifying people.
Oh.
I wouldn't run.
So I take it I'm not brown.
No, you're red.
I'm not red. You're just saying it because of my hair. Gray is it's pretty much a negative color. Waywardness, physical.
We're not being racist. Brown is a bad color.
Balances. Who said we're being racist?
Jacob Gardens. Not brown. Your
We
aura.
are not talking about the color of your skin, mister. Okay, so we're talking about auras here. So gray is waywardness, physical imbalances. Black is dead or dying, very ill, secretive, depressed, and black spots can mean imbalances.
You know, they found black spots on my injuries when they were doing the machine.
Oh wow! So that would be determined as an imbalance again.
As an imbalance, but they also said they'd say when they get to it, they'd say that part there's something wrong there because there's a lot of dead spots in your aura there, meaning that your aura's been disrupted in that area and your aura's dead. They found them on my knees, and it wasn't shortly after that I was in a wheelchair and then into surgery.
Oh wow, that's amazing!
To have my knees redone.
Yeah. White is purity, truth, and high spiritual energy. Silver is balanced life force, and silver sparkles or lights can indicate pregnancy.
Is that why you're silver?
I am not silver. It'd be impossible for me to become pregnant anyway.
Why?
Gold. This is the color of spiritual masters, spiritual energy, and inspiration.
And this is funny because when they were doing the machines, and this is what they did. When they got around my head, the guy goes, "You're gold," because you actually are golden about your head.
Right.
And he went down and he goes, "You're red in the midsection," and he goes, "But there's in your lower back, you're dark red, which shows hostility and violence." Right. But when he got to my knees, he goes, "What damages?" And to the thigh muscle. He goes, "My God, you've had damage to your thighs, your knees, every one of my injuries that were pretty horrific that I'm now getting treatments for through the VA."
Right.
He got to him, and they spotted him. Now they didn't know me. I sat down in the chair. They didn't ask me any questions about my health. You couldn't see me limp at the time because I wasn't limping. And they picked out every part of my body that actually had an injury on it by telling me there was a void there or that my aura was black in that place. And it was something else. And they said, "If you're a golden head, why are you still here?" And I said, "That's my question." That's my question. Why the hell am I still here? If I've reached Golden Master, why am I still here? And he goes, "You must have other things to do." And then he moved on to all the injuries. Then George sat down. The guy freaked out and turned off the machine, and he was done with that game. You know that machine's the one that caught the energy that walked through the room because it went beyond human energy.
Yeah.
His little machine went like sky high, and he was like, "Does things just walk through your office?" And we're like, "Yeah,
yeah, that's right.
It's just things." But he wanted to get off of George as fast as possible because he was brown, and he was brown around the head.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a poo head.
That's about right too.
You got a poo head.
He was not a nice man.
Yeah, he was a poo head, though.
Yeah.
No, I mean in many ways.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously.
How do you read auras, though? Give us some examples.
All right. So here's a couple of techniques that you can do at home. Stand in front of a mirror with a solid or light-colored wall behind you. Solid and light-colored. Like don't stand like behind a cloth. I mean with a cloth behind you, something like that. So make sure it's a solid wall that's light-colored. So light the area with a really soft light, so you don't get any of those harsh shadows. And stand away from the wall at least 1 to 1.5 feet, but face the mirror. So using the mirror, look at your outline against the wall. Do not, obviously, you'll be able to see your cast reflection, and that's what we're referring to. So do not look directly at your body, but rather the outline. Relax your eyes, but don't strain. I mean, perhaps you can kind of like, I'm telling you, it's cheaper. See,
it is $500.
I told you it was only $500.
I want it.
I know. We go through this every 2 years. Yeah, she just posted a link to the machine.
It's actually called PhoenixRisingNow.com, equipment3.html.
It used to be like about $1,500.
$100. Now it's really cheaper.
Yeah.
The thing about the difference between these and, say, the regular cameras and stuff like that is that these actually allow you to...
I should have finished this first before we
Sorry.
jumped into that.
Keep going.
All right. Yeah. But are these the ones with the poles that the other place had?
This is actually a camera. Let me find the other one.
You know what? I don't like this one as much as I like the other one.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find it.
All right. Let me just, sorry to interrupt that. Okay. So don't look directly at your body, but rather the outline, and relax your eyes. So, you can do it like when you're scrying into, like a black mirror. So kind of like, don't exactly defocus your eyes, but kind of along the lines of, you know what I mean? So don't try to look at things really sharply. So, and practice this until you can pick out the different colors. They'll be really subtle at first, and then you'll be able to see them clearer, with just a little bit of work. Unless you're really sensitive to that already, and, you'll be able to see it pretty quickly. And then, once you start seeing the slight, colors, they try picking them out, you know what I mean? Like to be able to determine which ones are exactly there. So second way is to take a sheet of colored construction paper. Is this the one that we do in class?
Yeah.
Yeah. Use bright primary colors and hang it on a wall, like just different pieces of, colored paper there. And hang it on a neutral, like a white wall, or cream wall, something like that. So hang them around 4 to 6 feet away. And again, illuminate the area with a soft light, and stand before those, pieces of cardboard, and take a deep breath, in and out, 1 or 2 times. And as you do, relax your body, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Softly focus your eyes on the colored paper. Do not look directly at it, but rather at the sides and beyond. Stay relaxed and don't strain your eyes, and let the aura appear to you. At first, this will either be an etheric outline. Let me just finish. And then the colors will appear. So you'll get an etheric outline at first, and then the colors will start solidifying. And practice on different colored sheets of paper. So, I guess it would be best to do one at a time. I could line up all the pieces of paper and see which one's going to work with me first, and then work on that one so I don't get frustrated. Right?
Right.
So you can try that and then work on the one-on-one with, just one color at a time. When you've completed this exercise, try focusing on other objects and work your way up to human auras. So this is a bit of a process, but it actually is really, really effective. We've tried it with a number of class members, and it's worked pretty well for them. All right, what do you want to say?
I think isn't this the one?
Didn't it have a wand?
It's an RFI.
And it had a wand.
Wand.
Yeah. Is this the $1,500 system? How much is this one?
This one is... Trying to go to the order page.
500 is pretty pricey. 1,500.
This is it with the little wand.
Oh, it's $750 now.
It's $750 now.
Okay, this one used to be $1,500.
This is the one that's got the little wand. If you're a ghost hunter, this would help you.
Yeah.
This one actually reads the spots through the body. It's easier to understand than the cameras, because the cameras takes a very blurry picture of what's just a streamline of what's going on. The RFI system actually has a wand that you hit at certain points of the body, at the chakras of the body, that you can tell more interesting.
We've been talking about getting one for the store for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We might do it when we have a spare $750 at some point.
Yeah.
During the year. But if you're looking for someone, maybe just try Googling to see.
Googling somebody who does.
A lot of these
and it's
people,
called RFI imaging.
Yeah.
Aura imaging. And you want to, if you find somebody in your area who does RFI or aura imaging, That is the best aura imaging we've seen.
Because a lot of stores don't have the area to dedicate to a room. There used to be like huge booths that used to do it. Now these people can come around to people's stalls and offer the service.
Right, and you see them a lot in the fairs. If you go to like any of the Rev fairs, you'll see them.
Psychic fairs.
And psychic fairs. Yeah. I'm telling you, it was the RFI aura imaging system with the wand. Yeah. And they could pick out every part of my body that was injured. And they could tell me where I was angry, where I was having problems. The whole bit. And again, the colors, we gave you the colors, and she gave you some ideas of how to do it yourself without machines.
Right.
And do try to do it without machines, because you do want to be able to do it by just seeing someone.
Right. Let me just go, let me just go into one more method.
Yeah. Really, give us another method.
Yeah. Really quickly, it's a little similar to the other one. With Ezra's, you're going to get some construction paper again and cut out a couple of 4-inch circles. Cut each one of the primary colors out, basically, and place the circles one at a time on a larger white sheet of paper. So you're going to have a circle on, like, say, a square of white.
White, yeah.
And I think this one might be a lot easier.
It might be.
Excuse me. Stare softly at it for 30 to 40 seconds. Again, with a soft light around you. And don't strain your eyes. And then take away the colored circle and focus on the image left in your third eye chakra. And then practice with each subsequent colored circle. So when you take it away, you'll be left with a color impression, which should, shift in your third eye.
Yeah.
So you can work on trying to maintain that and being able to see it, see with exclamation, you know what I mean by see, like a third eye sense.
Yeah.
And then practice with each subsequent colored circle, and after that, the image will eventually be replaced by the actual auric outline, which is what I just said. So try that a couple of times.
You have everything is a muscle, and everything is a muscle that you haven't used yet.
It's like
so you're going to have to practice and build all your muscles. Divination, every part of divination is a muscle, and it's a muscle in your brain you haven't used.
Yeah, I like the last method because it's kind of like it's like having flashcards that you can.
Yeah, I like the RFI or imaging machine too.
Yeah. So that's something you can take around with you, out and about if you're in the right lighting circumstances and try it out.
You could actually probably do a tiny little color chart that you can do so that you can practice on while you're sitting on a bench or something.
Yeah.
And try to practice on people that walk by.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Yeah, while you people watch.
Yeah.
With little tiny flashcards.
Yeah.
No, if people look at you weird, screw them.
Oh, people look weird, and it's weird anyway, so.
People look at you weird.
They do look at me weird, I know. Since I was a child.
Since you were a child. We're going to take a small break. When we come back, we're going to come back with some more divinations, specifically some handwriting analysis and how to really, judge people by some handwriting. Now, not all of it was complete science, but we do have some that stood the test of time.
Yeah.
So we will come back with that, and then smoke scrying that you're going to do by Native Americans, and Egyptian dream scrying, and wind scrying, and water scrying, and crystal scrying. Oil scrying and lamp scrying, and we got all kinds of methods here. And don't forget those in the chat room when we get to the Odus.
Yeah, which are the shells?
Which are the shells, the cowrie shells. We will be telling you exactly how to do them. We will be giving you the definitions so that you can listen and take as many shorthand notes as you can, or listen to the program again. We are archived at occultistradio.podomatic.com. You can download us free on iTunes at any time. We're going to stay inside the whole thing of the rapture today, and stay in the So here's some Blondie for you.
Rapture.
one, swastika, flush and or two, and you don't stop. Sure shot, go out to the parking lot, and you get in your car and drive real far, and you drive all night, and then you see a light, and it comes right down and lands on the ground, and out comes a man from Mars, and you try to run, but he's got a gun, and he shoots you dead, and he eats your head, and then you're in the man from Mars. You go out at night, eating cars, you eat Cadillacs, Lincolns too, Mercuries and Subaru, and you don't stop, you keep on eating cars. Then, when there's no more cars, you go out at night and eat up bars where the people meet. Face to face, dance cheek to cheek, one to one, man to man, dance toe to toe. Don't move too slow, cause the man from Mars is through with cars. He's eating bars, yeah, wall to wall, door to door, hall to hall. He's gonna eat them all. Rapture, be pure, take a tour through the sword. Don't strain the rain, pain the train. You'll be singing in the rain. Said don't stop to punk rock. Where he won't have a hassle with the human race. And you hip hop, and you don't stop, just blast off, sure shot. Cause the man from Mars stopped eating cars and eating bars, and now he only eats guitars. Yeah!
And we are back. We're going to talk about handwriting analysis here at Occultist Radio. The direction of the lines and instruction in writing is usually insisted in writing in straight lines. When we buy writing paper, it is ruled in a straight line, but even after years of practice, the reality is that few people can actually write in a straight line. I can't. I have no idea how to.
I can't.
Can you? Freak. Oops. Really?
What do you mean?
You
like
can,
when
there's no lines there.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. Deviations from writing in a straight line are not the exception, but more the norm. So, in case you're wondering, you're the exception. In some cases, fatigue can be considered a reason for a descending line. Generally speaking, though, people who write in descending lines when they go down may be caused by depression or pessimism. Is that why I write down?
What do you mean by?
If you take a blank piece of paper and start writing, and try to write in a straight line, see which way your line starts curving.
So you start veering downwards.
Downwards, you're very pessimistic, and you have this thing to go into depressions.
What if you can write in a straight line?
You're a freak. Experience shows that people in a mood swing may temporarily write in descending lines. On the other hand, ascending lines are those that go up or are optimistic. When we write, we move from left to right. In other words, we progress. The activity of writing may therefore be interpreted as a movement towards the future.
All I can say is I must be flatlining then.
You're flatlining. It may be said that it represents our hopes and dreams. You have none. A person who writes in a straight line may also go straight towards their daily aim. If a person writes in a precisely straight line, it is said that person is unwielding.
I am unwieldy.
You are. People who write in convex lines, that is a line that ascends then descends, so you kind of look like you're on a roller coaster, approach their task with little optimism, but gain self-confidence as the task nears completion. Out of a sample of, say, 1,000 people, only 3 people were actually found to write in concave lines, so that's really a rare thing. Wow. It's 1 out of every 3,000. I hope everybody's like grabbing paper, so I wonder if I can write. Let me just get a blank piece of paper here with no lines and see how I can write.
Yeah.
See what kind of psychosis I have.
And okay, cultures that write from right to left. I don't think that makes a difference. Yeah.
Same thing. People, let's see, lines that are ascending steps are often found in people who have little stamina. In other words, when they go down in steps instead of just one whole little curve. You have no stamina. Wavy, meandering lines indicate a moodiness. Space between words is non-deliberate. When we write, the words follow one another as they do in speech. So when a person speaks with pauses, it may be because they are accustomed to pondering or considering before they act. It may also be because the person wants to let the words sink into the audience's consciousness. However, on the other hand, if the pauses outweighs the importance of the speech, then we may conclude that the speaker is actually conceited. If there is no pause between the writer's words, then we may say that this person is a person of action and very impulsive. Now, sometimes writers' words are widely spaced and at other times narrowly spaced. We may say this writer is unstable in both thinking and emotions. The space between the lines is probably deliberately planned. Some people will write with big spaces between each line that they write. Some will just squish it right up onto each other. The space between the lines can describe the picture of the writer's mind. A person who writes with wide spaces may live a life of order and system. These people have executive ability and they are reasonable. But if the space between the lines becomes too wide, indicates a person who likes to keep their distance from other people. Small spaces between the lines indicate a person who likes to be around other people. Overlapping lines indicate a person who suffers from an emotional or mental disorder. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Overlapping what?
Lines. When you're writing, if the lines start to overlap, it's actually mental illness that's inside the person.
Yeah, wow. That kind of is revealing.
It is revealing. And they showed it in, if you go down to Kathy and JD's place, the Museum of Death, and you look at the letters of the serial killers. They've written they've overlapped their lines, or they've made loops to cover into the lines above.
They have, that's right.
And it shows the mental illness. That's why I look at you and go, God, I wonder what mental illness it is.
Yeah.
Because their writing explains a lot, and they've got things from John Wayne Gacy and Richard Ramirez and all sorts of people, and it's really interesting to go down there and examine the handwriting of people that have a psychosis. If the lower zone descends in the following line's upper zone, it indicates a person who has strong sexual impulses. Left margins are also deliberately chosen. A majority of writers will admit some deliberation in the choice concerning the width of the left margin. Only in a few cases is the right margin chosen with such purpose. It's usually where you find yourself at the end of the word and you can't fit another one. The width of the left margin, though, is precise, and it indicates the distance we wish to maintain to other people. However, this only betrays what we want because it's a non-deliberate right margin that shows the distance we really assume. It's the non-deliberate right margin that shows us.
I was just answering a question.
Oh, I know. They left, though.
Did she? Maybe she didn't like my response.
No margins indicates a person who wants no distance between other people. They want to be one with the world. Wide margins are that of a withdrawn person. Everybody's going to be like going over their writing now, going, what am I? It may be said by some that right slant is the normal slant. It may also be perceived that those who write from left to right naturally use a right slant. So that's because that's the way you're writing. Okay. But as we know, some writers do not. In general interpretation of writing, it may be said that the left direction is interpreted as a direction towards the mother as well as the past. Left slant writing, that's when your writing slants to the left, is seen more often in women than in men. Did you know that? We often see left slant in people who have a disturbed balance in their parental equilibrium.
I always taught that, if you wrote...
I always slant to the left after I've been on the phone with my mom.
When I was a kid and I was going through the really bad times with my parents, and my writing would slant to the left.
Yeah. When I'm up there, and it's not that I'm having a bad time with my mom, but if my mom says something that sets something off, all of a sudden you'll know because my writing goes to the left, or it looks horrible, and you tell me you can't figure out what the hell I'm writing.
Left means you're so low, you've got no confidence, you're just like completely done.
And they're also closer to their mothers, those who go to the left. The upright slant, those who write completely upright have a very independent life, and they have no inclination to either the mother or the father. Wholly uprights are very rare, though. In fact, this can only be achieved by a show of discipline. The right slant, the most common and natural slant, is found in people in a hurry, impatient people, or somebody who's active. Being legible is a measure of the writer's sense of being purposeful. Legible handwriters make good teachers and speakers, which is something because you can't read my handwriting half the time.
Yeah, I can.
Can you?
Yeah, except for when you start scrolling because you're in that mood.
Yeah. They are sincere and cooperative, but beware of the person whose writing is impressively legible. Those are wolves in sheep clothing. In other words, when they write and it's impressively legible, I mean, it's just right. I mean, on spec.
Yeah.
It means they're hiding something.
Yeah.
They're wolves in sheep's clothing. The size of a letter is indicative of your self-reliance. A letter may extend in 4 directions, up, down, left, or right. A letter may also be tall or wide. Tall capitals are people who tower above the rest. Tall initials come from impressive people. See, if you ever notice, I only do my capitals huge. Everything else doesn't matter. Wide letters are extroverted people. Narrow letters come from loners. The connection of the letters show the writer's attitude towards others. In writing, there are 3 main links: garlands, arcades, and angles. Deep garlands indicate people who take things too tragically. Enclosed garlands are people who tend to be calculating. And flat garlands tend to come from the practical people. Square garlands tend to come from narrow-minded people. Supported garlands come from people who need emotional support in life. And general arcades show people who rely on instincts. High arcades show artistic gifts. Low arcades show hypocrisy. General angles show people who have contradictions in feelings. Space between the letters show the extent to how they rely on their own intuition. When only some letters are unconnected and others are connected, it shows artistic and intuitive thinking. When most letters are unconnected, it shows a person who is egocentric. Lack of end strokes show a shy person. And when the first letter stands apart, it shows a cautious person. And of course, I tend to loop at the ends of the bottom. Of course, we just covered garlands. And so it would have to be whether or not your garlands were enclosed or deep, or flat garlands or square garlands on what you did with those that would show you. Of course, we just went through that, so there you go.
Well, answer that question.
That answered that question.
So we're going to cover smoke scrying, traditionally used by the Native American Indians.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some other indigenous peoples. Smoke scrying is best done while relaxing in front of a campfire.
Yeah.
How about a raging bonfire?
Then there's not that much smoke.
I'm just joking. I was looking at you.
Oh, because I have the electrical tape in my hand? I will put the electrical tape down.
Yeah, so just a nice small bonfire kind of, a campfire, not small bonfire. I got bonfire in the brain. Okay. Well, where you can sit and contemplate the smoke. So basically, if you're going to have a little fire, sit down comfortably in front of it and gaze upon the smoke, but don't follow it, as it wafts upwards. Just look at the body of the smoke itself and try to make out patterns from within your spiritual gaze. So again, kind of defocus your eyes somewhat. Not enough where you can't see what you're looking at, but enough to just be, to be in that mode where you can determine shapes and such from within the smoke. And if you practice this, don't get up close because you don't get watery eyes either. Nice distance. And if you practice this, if you have the opportunity to do this, you'll be able to actually see visions. It's almost like being able to see pictures that can happen. Usually the smoke scrying determines events yet to happen. Do you think, Jim?
Yeah.
Are you about to fall asleep?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. And it's been said that a lot of people who have a really, a natural artistic skill are really good at this kind of scrying.
Oh, yeah.
Divination work, yeah. So the American Indians practice a special type of smoke scrying. It's called a sweat lodge. Water is poured over hot rocks in an attempt to create steam. And the steam is inhaled by those who sit naked around the rocks. And a combination of temperature, humidity, and elevated levels of carbon dioxide produce a state in which visions can arise. So this kind of form of scrying may be dangerous and should only be undertaken by experienced people. But they do have that central stone there in front of it, even from the hot rocks, that release a steam and almost like a smoke.
Yeah.
Where, they kind of get like a dual kind of divinational aspect there.
Yeah. Then there's wind scrying. Now, the wind has a voice that may talk to you, and what you want to do is you kind of want to just sit there very quietly in a windy day and see if you can actually hear the universe's either voice or sound or musical notes or anything else that the universe wants to tell you about.
Are you serious? You're going to get into that.
The Egyptian dream scrying.
You do that just to look at my face, right?
No, I didn't. Because I got that one right there. See?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I see how this is playing out. Egyptian dream scrying may be traced back to thousands of years. And the method used by the Egyptians was recorded in the Greek magical papyri that were written between 200 BC and 500 AD. In preparing to use the Egyptian dream scrying method, you must not speak to anyone on the evening you plan to scry. You should remain in silence after the setting of the sun. Do not consume alcohol on that day or engage in any kind of sexual activity. You must refrain from consuming food for up to 4 hours before the scrying session. Basically, so if you want to get into this, you have a warm bath and anoint your temples with some olive oil. You will also need an oil lamp, which must not be colored red or bear any inscription. Obviously, have some okay. There's quite a few materials that you need to gather to do all this stuff, so I'll just go through it, So you're going to write on a short, narrow strip of white linen with ink mixed with myrrh and the name of the dream god and the purpose for the dream scrying. So whichever, god you feel, akin to, or one that you want to commune with, you just select one. So after you write the name onto that strip, twist the linen strip into a wick and insert it into the oil lamp. Place the lamp on a table beside your bed, and using the ink, draw the image of the dream god upon your left palm. So whatever ink you use, I guess it's not that important, just, whatever you have on hand, I guess. But again, like mix it with some myrrh. Place the there. A lot of people use Thoth when it comes to this, since the communication aspect, So once you're ready, light your lamp and kneel before your lamp there. Concentrate on the image on your left hand and recite the following invocation. Thoth I invoke, blessed power of dreams divine, angel of future fates, swift wings are thine, great source of oracles to humankind, when stilling soft and whispering to the mind. Through sleep, sweet silence in the gloom of night, thy power wake the sight. To silent souls the will of heaven relates, and silent reveals their future fates. So you need to also concentrate on your question that you wish to know the answer to. And around your left hand wrap a piece of black linen about 4 inches wide and about 30 inches long. The black cloth is called the black of Isis. At this point, blow out the flame of the lamp and then go to bed and clear your mind before you do go to sleep. Have a tape recorder or some kind of voice recorder beside your bed, so that when you wake up, the first thing you do is hit that button and record your dreams while it's fresh in your mind. Don't do the pen and paper. It never works.
The pen and paper never works.
Those first few seconds, you're going to lose so much information. So the voice recorder is the way to go.
Yep.
You'll also find that the dream will come to you in a voice that is clear and powerful rather than in dream images. Sometimes the message is sent in cryptic form, so take your time in working out the answer.
I think we're going to take a slight break. When we come back, we're going to do water scrying, crystal scrying, oil scrying, lamp scrying, John Dee's, candle flame, some telepathy exercise. We'll take another break, and then we'll go right into the cowries. So enjoy REM. It's the end of the world as we know it. And you know what? I feel fine.
Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane. Listen to yourself. Churn world serves its own needs. Dummy serve your own needs. Beat it up an ox speak grunt. No strength. The ladder starts to clatter with fear. Fight down. High wire and a fire. Represented 7 games in the government for hire and a combat site. Left and west are coming in a hurry with the furies breathing down your neck. Team my team reporters babble Trump, tether crop. Look at that. No plane. Fine. Then overflow. Population common food, but it'll do. Save yourself. Serve yourself. World serves its own needs. Listen to your heartbeat. Dummy with the rapture and the reverend and the right. Right. You patriotic slam fight. Right. Like feeling pretty sight. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. 6 o'clock TV hour, no get caught in foreign tower, slash and burn, return. Listen to yourself churn. Locking in uniform and book, burning blood, letting every motive escalate. Automotive incinerate. Light a candle, light a motor, step down, watching heel crush. This means no fear. Cavalier, renegade, steering clear. A tournament of lies. Offer me solutions, offer me alternatives, and I decline. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel fine. The other night I drifted nice, continental drift dividing mountains hid in a light. Leonard Bernstein, Leonard Brasnap, Lenny Bruce and Lester Banks, birthday party, cheesecake, jelly bean, boom, symbiotic, patriotic, slam button, nap, right? Right. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
The end of the world didn't happen. I'm disappointed.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm stuck with all these people still. Water scrying is used by Nostradamus. You will need a large, deep bowl made from glass, brass, or silver. It must have a smooth and even rim. You must set your base on some sort of tripod for the best result. A tripod made of laurel branches is the best, but any tripod will do. You will need to do your own testing to find out which bowl works best for you and how much water you should use. Do not use water from a tap. Get clean, fresh water. Get it distilled. If you live near a stream, get it from a stream, but not downstream. Get it from upstream. Because if you get it from downstream, you just get all the fish pee. Just saying. The ancient Greeks believed that nature spirits dwelled in the fresh water. The water may be stored in a vessel and used again. However, it's a good idea to replace your water once a month. Never collect the water of a daytime. Water should only be collected at night, preferably on a full moon. Now, you should take your branch from a bay tree, a hazel tree, or a laurel tree, and dip it covered in a dry tree sap or resin. And of course, it's easy to do if you get some fresh resin or just stab a tree. Dip the end of the wand into the water until it becomes wet. Wet the rims of the bowl. The best time to scry is at night when it is quiet. By gently drawing the rim of the wand around the bowl, it will cause it to resonate. This action of the resonating basin will cause circular ripples to form in the basin. The water seems to breathe with the sounds. It is the harmonics that seem to whisper forth predictions of the future. Now, these are interpreted with the help of what for most part, they said a guardian angel, but really just yourself and your intuition. You may also receive visual impressions, like Nostradamus likened to that, of a burning mirror. Now, if you don't know how to do, if you don't know how to, and this is really cool because the water ripples and it does spin and it speaks to you. But there is a different way of doing water scrying, and that is getting a deep bowl of glass with either black ink or getting a black bowl, and you can just use the water. You take mugwort and rosemary, wormwood, and sage, put it inside an old stocking or some type of little tea bag, and boil your water with that tea bag in it. Put that into the bowl, and then the ink, or if you're in the black bowl, you don't need the ink, just so that it looks black. And then you look across the top of the water like you're gazing across the abyss. And your eyes will close halfway down, and as they close halfway down, let them, and you will start seeing pictures and things like that. So don't try to open your eyes and do stuff like that. And again, the tape recorder comes in handy because stopping to write only breaks your concentration.
Mm-hmm. Next up, crystal scrying. Scrying requires the state of a light trance, often referred to as the magical consciousness. This is a state that can be described as a simultaneous state of concentration and relaxation. Crystal gazing is the most publicized form of scrying, but one that can use almost any reflective surface. Semi-precious stones may also be suitable. A dark mirror, which is kind of a bit like the water scrying, in fact, the black surface and all that. There's these really cool convex glass mirrors too that you can get these days. The black ones, or you can get the glass from a clock. Those convex ones, and you can spray it black and use one of those if you want. Those are really handy too. Okay, so once you have your tools assembled, whether you're going to use, like a crystal ball or, a black mirror or whatever. But we're really going on about the crystals, right? On this one? Yeah, okay. Anyway, once you have whatever tool you want to use assembled, let your mind drift as it does before going to sleep, free of all thoughts. One may need to practice reaching this state by various methods before you can find a way that works best for you. Often scrying is best attempted by candlelight or moonlight when all is quiet and there is not so much obvious distractions by as you're distracting me, by the objects around you. So a good, nice, quiet place with a dim light. If you're going to use candles, kind of put them behind you if you can, so nothing's reflecting in the...
Or below you, so you don't look inside of it and go, there's a fire in my future.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, just have them away so they're not reflecting either way.
I'm only kept in the radio station for sound effects.
Gaze into the glass, the crystal, whatever, and you can either go into this with a unexpected mind, like you may want. Why is it so loud? You may or may not want to. Okay, put it up a bit. Stop messing with buttons. Okay, so you may go into this with wanting to find an answer to a particular question, or just go in and just see what eventuates. So, I mean, it's whatever it is you want to do. So, when you so gaze onto the sphere and defocus your eyes as we described before, and after a while, just sit there for a little period of time. You should be able to determine some images, that will come through. You won't actually see pictures per se. I think that's a pretty difficult format for people to, manifest. So, can you stop? You're giving me the clock wind symbol. I can't believe it. It's only because of you that I'm losing my train of thought. So, okay. So once some images start appearing for you, make a note of what's seen, obviously, and the meaning of what you see may not be immediately obvious, because they could be symbolic or metaphoric and require further meditation to better understand their meaning. So you can put that aside and do that later when you have the time. So you have to practice, and you have to have a lot of patience if you're not naturally adept at doing this, and some experimentation. Won't go astray either. So until you can try using a number of different tools and see which one, works best for you. And don't give up on your first attempt. Just give it a couple of shots if you're having a difficult time with that. So, if you don't find anything happening in, say, the first half hour, just abandon that attempt for that moment and try again at a time when you feel more comfortable and the conditions are more suitable, in case they weren't at that moment. Right.
Oil scrying used by the Babylonians. The history of oil scrying can be traced back to the ancient Babylonians. Some of their magic books have survived down through the centuries, with details of methods they used. One of their techniques was called the Princess of the Thumb. A scryer anointed the forehead and the thumbnail of a subject. The shiny nail acted as a magic mirror in which the scryer saw spirits. Another version was called the Princess of the Hand. Oil was mixed with black soot to make a black paste that was then smeared upon the hand. I want to try that one on you.
Can you stop doing it like
the
that?
The scryer then used the hand as a mirror to scry future events. The third type of oil scrying was called the Princess of the Cup. Sesame seed oil was used to coat the inside of a cup that was rested on its side. The cup was then used as a concave magical mirror to capture and magnifying the light of a candle that was fixed on its inner rim. From the Babylonians, oil scrying found its way to the Egyptians and the Hebrews. The most detailed examples of oil scrying was written in the Greek magical papyri, written in Egypt between 200 BC and 500 AD. 4 kinds of waters, which is mixed with the oil, is used for the 4 types of divination. If you call upon the services of the heavenly gods, then use rainwater. If you invoke the terrestrial gods, then use seawater. If you invoke the gods of the Serapis or Osiris, use river water. And if you call upon the souls of the dead, then use spring water.
Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Yeah.
How you doing tonight?
Fine. Alright. Let's try some lamp scrying. And we're going to go into an Egyptian scrying, although the Babylonians also scried by means of oil lamp as well, right?
Right, but I already went to the oil scrying. I want to put black soot all over you.
Oh, oil lamp is what I meant to say.
I want to put the oil soot on your stomach and see if I can use your stomach as a mirror.
You know what? Just no. Alright, I meant to say the oil lamp.
Because then it would breathe up and down, and it would have a life of its own. You never let me have any kind of fun. There's just absolutely zero kind of fun.
So, back to the lamp scrying.
Zero fun?
Lamp scrying.
Fine.
The lamp itself was in fact a stone shaped as a low open dish with a strip of white linen coiled in the oil that had the end hanging over the end of the dish. The Egyptians used clear oasis oil, which was a kind of a palm oil. The clearer the oil, the better. The Egyptians used also a lamp that was red in color, which is the color of the god Set. Set is in fact the god of evil. I kind of take offense to that, but anyway.
Oh, the god of night.
Yeah, he's more of the god of night, nightmares, and all that stuff. So
I like him.
I wouldn't exactly call him evil.
No.
Why do we have that even written there? Is that how your class notes?
Well, because the Egyptians did consider it
So
more of
evil.
not as an evil, but as a cold-blooded aggression, which was considered kind of evil, kind of like we consider sociopaths evil.
Yeah.
Although I'm starting to see why and kind of love them. I'm getting a great fondness for sociopaths.
Okay. So back to the lamp scrying. Okay, it may be advisable for you to use a white lamp. Hang on a second. Why? Did you write? Why would you? Sorry.
Oh, because the white with the red would balance it out and give you the balance of both the.
No, because they're just talking about a white lamp when you wrote that. Because they're talking about the red lamp in before.
Oh.
So.
Well, you can. It may be advisable for you to use the white lamp. In other words, if you don't want to work with Set, use a white lamp.
Yeah.
I say work with Set.
I say work with Set too. I mean, it's right in that realm there. Who
Yeah,
cares?
I say work with Set because I think that he got a bad rap in history. It's a bum rap. However, if there are a lot of people who go, I do not want to work with Set. I would rather work with Osiris or Horus. In which case, use a white lamp.
Yeah.
So who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Anyway, place your lamp on a table and sit on the west side, facing east across the lamp. You should, you could address your invocation to the Greek Roman god who rules the day you scry on. So if you want to scry on Sunday, Sol, this is really rudimentary stuff. Monday is Luna, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter, Friday is Venus, Saturday is Saturn. Using the name of the god of the day that you should chant a suitable invocation, doing so directly into the flame. This invocation should be chanted in a soft voice and repeated several times. Gently focus on the flames of the lamp, on the flame of the lamp. You will begin to see moving shadows off to the side. Do not look directly at the shadows or they will vanish. Ask the shadows what it is you seek. You may hear voices or you may see images.
John Dee's scrying method. John Dee was from 1527 to 1608. He was the founder of Enochian magic and was considered one of the greatest scryers in history. Dee's private library of books was renowned throughout Europe. Through his studies, Dee was well versed in the magic of the ancient world. In 1591, he became strongly interested in spirit communication when he started having troublesome dreams and hearing knocking noises. He records these disturbances in his private diary. Dee began trying to see visions within a small rock crystal. The angels treated Kelly with contempt and only used him as a line of communication to Dee. Dee had a strong interest in using angels as political channels, but the angels were not interested. Now, they gave him instructions for the tables. The magic square of 12 Enochian letters occupies the center of the table. The table was draped with a white silk cloth. Around the central square of the table were 7 talismans known as the ensigns of creation. You would do this if you knew Enochian. Don't do it if you don't really do Enochian. Dee always opened each scrying session with a prayer, and his details were dictated to him by the angels. And of course, what it really is, it's almost like just a drawing, automatic drawing, but using the tables. And so the automatic drawing would either show you a sigil or draw out a word.
That was fast.
I'm fast, but I'm good. Lichnomancy. Lichno crackers.
Give me a second.
What do you know?
So lichnomancy, which is a divination by candle flame.
Oh, I thought it was divination
it
by
had nothing
licking.
to do with licking my arm. Oh my god. Lichnomancy.
I was going to divine my spit.
It's a branch of pyromancy, which you're not allowed to do.
Why am I not allowed to do that?
Fire and all that.
Oh.
The divinator is concerned with the flames of 3 candles arranged in a triangle. A positive answer to the question asked will be indicated by one flame burning higher than the other 2. A wavering flame would indicate a journey. A spiral flame indicates plots by enemies. Man, I bet I have lots of those.
Yeah.
And an uneven flame, danger. Sparks would indicate you should be cautious, and a sudden extinction indicates a bad luck. So,
Kaylee, if you're listening, go up to mommy with a big old mouth of spit and lick somewhere that's got open skin, and then ask her to divine your spit and see what happens. Let's go over to the telepathy exercise. You're welcome, Allie. What you will need are 2 9x12 manila envelopes or larger, 8 to 10 magazines with lots of photos in them, and 2 friends. I don't have 2 friends. Did the bunnies count? Before you begin, give the one friend that isn't going to participate right now 8 to 10 magazines. Have them tear out the pictures and ads they find interesting. They should have at least 20 pictures and make sure there are no duplicates. Mix up the ads and separate them into 2 piles. Put each pile in a big manila envelope. Neither of the participants should know what images are in the envelopes before you begin sending and receiving. Sit face to face, nose to nose. No, you don't have to be nose to nose. Face to face, across from each other at a table about 5 feet apart. On the floor if you'd like, for beginners. More advanced should sit in separate rooms, or back to back with a screen between you. Sending and receiving. Decide who will be first the sender and who will first be the receiver. Put 2 large envelopes in front of you, and the sender should discreetly pull out their first image and keeping it hidden from the receiver. Quiet your mind. Both of you close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and get into a relaxed psychic state. Can you do that? A relaxed psychic state. Mm-hmm. The sender acts first. The sender stares at the image and studies it in detail, actively sending thoughts about the picture to the other person, the receiver. The receiver begins with eyes closed. The receiver picks up all the information they can, describing what they see, hear, and feel. It doesn't matter what the receiver's best psychic skills are. You can pick up any of the following techniques to get an image. Clairvoyance. The image will appear in your mind's eye as you concentrate on the area on your forehead, in between your eyes. Clairaudience. Concentrate on your inner ears and you will hear descriptions or sounds that will tell you what the image is. Clairsentience. Just by thinking about the picture will bring up feelings and a deep knowing about what your friend is looking at. The whole process should take about 3 or 4 minutes. Switch roles and do it again. Stop after you both had a chance to send and receive, then share your pictures. and see how accurate you both were. Then do it again. You can do this back and forth until you're ready to stop. Right now, we're going to take another short break. When we return, the long-awaited 4-calorie shell divination and some readings for the listeners. Enjoy this song. Let's see, we're going to go with Morrissey's Tomorrow. You should have a set of, welcome back. Welcome back to Occultist Radio. Radio for the higher self. We're going to talk about Odus and cowrie shells. You should have actually 21 shells, anywhere from 18 to 21 shells in your bag, but you're actually only going to use 12 to do a proper reading. The other shells are actually set aside, one for Legba to open up the door, so he's the mouth, and the other 4 or 5 go to the other side. Just go to other Loas and Orishas. Now, the idea about this, and these are just shells, they look like kind of seashells. She's rattling them into the microphone as I speak. And what you want to do is you want to throw them onto a board or a cloth and only count the ones where the openings are up. And count that, and then you look at that number. The openings are called the mouth. Now throw a second time doing the same. Look at the double O do. Meditation, that will be your divination for the month. So the first one counts as what you need to know for the year. The double O do is for the month. Now we do have some definitions, and some of the double O do's are nothing more than meditations.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have, we're not going to throw yet. We're doing the definitions first.
I know that.
Well, you get your little hot little hands on them, and you're going to do Okanasode.
Yeah, like a lot of these divinations, you're going to have to contemplate because of the way they're worded.
Right.
You know, they're not kind of... Oh, hang on. Did you do the... All right, we're gonna actually skip the EBOs.
Ready?
Right. Okay.
Roll with number 1. 1 opening up. That is if out of the 12 shells that you throw, only one mouth is opened upwards. She will go through a list. You can either re-listen to the show to get it or take really fast notes.
So the one mouth open up, you have Elegua, Shango, Obatala, and the spirits of the dead which speak. So the oracle is the world began. If there is no good, there is no evil.
Give us an interpretation for that, please.
Okay. So pay attention and listen well to what you are about to hear. If there is no sickness in your house now, there soon will be. Most likely an elderly person and not you. Summon the doctor immediately. The sickness will be serious, a matter of life or death. Take care not to be bitten by a dog. Don't curse yourself or your luck. Don't allow your companions or relatives to do so. This habit is attracting evil influences to you and your home. You are being held back. You are going through bad times both economically and emotionally. You will take a trip far from home. Beware. You may be assaulted. Make sure someone takes care of your home and your belongings, since you may be robbed and lose your valuables. Resist that urge you have to do harm. Avoid arguments. Keep your mouth shut even if you are insulted. Do not fight. You are moody and somewhat of a joker. This may prove harmful. If your jokes and actions shame another person, there may be serious repercussions.
Now, you will throw hold on, she's not done, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I am. Unless I go to
that's
trouble
right. You are. Now you will throw it a second time, and you will count them up. So it might be 1-2 or 1-3, but she's going to go through all these. There's only going to be so many. She's going to go like 1 through 13. When we get to the 2s, we won't do 1-2 again, or 2-1, because 2-1 is the exact same as 1-2. Do you understand what I'm saying? We won't do 3-2 because it's the same as 2-3. So if you get so you want to throw the first time, that would be your first one. That would be your big thing that you'd have to remember. Your little monthly meditation would be your second throw added to your first throw. So how if you had a 1 and then a 1-2.
Yeah. So off your first reading, when you throw again, if you get 2 mouths up, it will mean when you release arrows, release them with care. If you are careless, you might injure yourself or your best friend. 3 mouths up, your dead enemy wishes the worst for you. The dead may not be so dead. 4 up, a revolution inside your body. Hemorrhages of the mouth, nose, and the anus.
Ooh.
Yeah. 5 mouths up, jealousy is the mother of mistrust. Your jealousy destroys everything. 6 mouths up, don't lose your head. If you don't lose your head, you won't lose yourself. The dead walk. 7 mouths up, one who dreams with the dead or with the sea cannot fear either one. 8 mouths up, when you think that you will be robbed, shut your door tight and use your head. Now 9 mouths up, there. The fight between man and wife brings tragedy. Envy brings gossip and divorce. 10 mouths up, he who is overly fond of gold never has any. He who embraces a lot cannot squeeze very hard. 11 mouths up, he who is troublesome and stubborn comes to a bad end with his bones in jail. Bad, very bad. 12 mouths up, don't try to put out fires with mouths full of water.
2 openings. The Oracle. So if you throw your first one, and it's got 2 up. A fight among brothers. Today, your brother is your enemy. 2 brothers fight over something valuable. Your brother wants to injure you with witchcraft. Beware of your business partners. Don't take vengeance against those trying to harm you. You will triumph, but at a cost. You're a hothead. You lose your patience and at times get so furious that you talk to yourself. Your guardian spirit is trying to calm you down. Pay attention. You are in bad economic straits. Your misfortune comes from your character and your tendency not to listen to advice. Go work in the fields or with your hands out by yourself. You will find money. Your situation will change radically. You were born outside the city and you will live outside the city again. You will have your own house and a large plot of land. At the very least, you will have well-being and satisfaction. You are part of identical families and will have had twins in the family. That means that the IB, which are the twins, watch over you and guide you through life. If you are single, you will marry a twin. The marriage will produce many sons. Look after your own interests. Relatives watch you. They hold treason in their hearts. Whomever you feed and support is talking behind your back. Keep feeding the needy. Don't worry if kindness is not returned, for you will be rewarded by the gods. You have a relic or talisman that is not properly made. It does not protect you as you think. Avoid drafts. Your constitution is weak, even though you appear to be strong. So 2-1 is the same as 1-2, so we're not going to do that when you do your second throw. When you do your second throw, if you get 2 up again, so you got 2, 2, 2. You've got the 2 on the first one, 2 on the second one. A lying woman loses her husband. A lying man loses his wife. 3 mouths up on the second throw. Where there are arguments, there is no peace. They bring bad spirits. 4. There is a rocky path before you. Remove what bothers you and you will walk with ease. 5. Where there is money, tragedy arises. 6. The Orishas have a revolution. 7. He who eats a lot is killed by his mouth. Indigestion. 8. They want you to dispose the king by filling him with arrows. 9. Your best friend wants your woman. Tragedy, confusion, and rumors within the family. 10. He who arises early always has money in his pocket. 11. Your birds die in their cage. Don't imprison your children. 12. He who does not petition the Orishas fail in all endeavors. 13. And now we go to number 3. If you throw a 3 on your first throw, the oracle is
arguments and tragedy. Sometimes you feel a great desire to hit another person on the head. Don't use or carry a weapon, knife or firearm. You will hurt yourself. Let Ogun be your weapon. Of course, I forgot to say the Orishas here is Ogun, Ochosi, Obatala, and Olodumare, which speak to you. So let Ogun be your weapon. Avoid fights and arguments. You may be attacked and not have the time to defend yourself. Avoid dark places, especially bars. Danger follows you. Don't climb around in dangerous places. Avoid machinery. You may receive a puncture wound and fall ill if you don't. Beware. Don't drink. Alcohol goes to your head and makes you lose your senses. It may eventually drive you crazy. Take care if you have broken the law. You may find out and be imprisoned. If you are married, don't fight with your spouse. A curse between man and wife may affect the children for many years. 3 people are struggling for the same thing you want. They feel their rights to it are superior. They all want to lead. They don't want you to stand out and take on responsibility. Beware the one bearing gifts. Examine what is offered. It may harm instead of helping. What you have lost, you will regain soon. What will be lost will be found. Your crying will turn to laughter. So your throws here, the
3-1 is the same as 1-3. 3-2 is the same as 2-3.
Yeah.
So and start with 3-3.
So we'll go to the 3-3. The drunk believes one thing and the bartender another. To offer a toast, one must first learn how to drink. 3-4, a single man may save his people. 3-5, don't pick up what you discarded and loathing. 3-6, return what the visitor offers. Twins are coming to your house. 3-7, what is known is not questioned. Look at what is in front of your eyes. Guess the riddle. 3 to 8, don't kill mice, don't kill what is in your house. 3 to 9, no flies, enter a closed mouth, don't gossip, don't stick your nose in other people's business.
Well, there's a big one.
Yeah, right? 3 to 10, if you are cursed, forgive he who curses you. He who forgives is saved. He who does not is doomed. 3 to 11, a person throws a stone and all his people have to carry the blame. Don't take on the problems of others. Jimmy. 3 to 12, put your heart into what you do so it comes out well. 3 to 13.
We're not doing 13.
Oh, that's right.
You just moved me over to 4 now.
Yeah, that's right.
4. No one knows what is at the bottom of the sea. Boom, boom, boom. You have a lot of projects, but you can't decide what you are going to do with your life. This is causing you to pull money in with one hand and throw it away with the other. You will run into an attractive business proposition. Beware what you sign. Have everything in writing to avoid misunderstandings. Don't worry and don't complain. The gods will provide. You will be robbed if you haven't been robbed already. Don't display your valuables. Don't hide money at home. You know who got that? That student in the class that got robbed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Beware of visitors. Not everyone has good intentions. A woman has evil thoughts and an evil tongue for all that surround her. She is quarrelsome and a snoop. Stay away from her. She wants to see you in jail. Don't listen to gossip about your loved ones. If you're a married man, another man is making eyes at your wife. He wants to seduce her. He is creating arguments between the two of you for his own amusement. Don't tell anyone your innermost secrets. Envy and jealousy are everywhere. So 4-1 to 4-3 are the same as 1-4, 2-4, 3-4. I'm sure you guys are getting this by now. So I'm just going to jump to 4-4. The son that was born strong, healthy, and straight is now crooked from lack of care. 4-5 up on the second throw. The dead are out and about looking for someone to capture. Run! Don't let the spirits of the dead chasing catch you. 6, cats walk along fences. Men do not. Make up your mind. If your head does not sell you, no one can buy you. The head moves the feet take the body to the auction block. Think with your head and not with your feet. You were born to be a head and stayed a tail. I like that one. 9, look forward and look back. Take care where you walk. 10, no one listens to a boaster. 11, white is pretty. Dress in white. Oh, I would laugh so hard if you got that one. 12.
What kind of reading is that?
12, because white keeps away negativity, and because people tend to stay away from people.
I know, this is the way it was written, honey.
I know. Chickens were born to lay eggs. You were born to have sons. Don't avoid it. That leads us to number 5.
So the lawyers, the Orishas, I keep saying
just go.
Oracle. I'm gonna go.
No, we haven't been doing that.
I have.
No, you haven't. Only on the first one. Don't confuse people.
I just did it on the last one. I did too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I stopped myself and did. All right, I won't do it again. Blood that runs through the veins is the oracle. The interpretation: you have lost your great good luck. What you have loved has disappeared. At times you feel like crying for no reason. Your difficulties are your best advisors. Your tongue is your luck and your disgrace. You will seat your Orisha. You have participated in ceremonies. Evils have been done for you, which are like rituals. You're not satisfied. You think that you have been cheated and fooled. It is not true. You are a child of Oshun. She has been testing you. Don't search anymore. You have found the house where all your problems will be resolved. Oshun will remove your anxiety. You have passed her test. You are called to serve as a priest within Santeria. Don't say anything bad about other Santeros. You could not help...
Or other practitioners.
Yeah, basically, yeah. You could not help... they could not help you until you have drawn this Odun. The dead soul is asking your family for a mass. It wanders around incessantly and is asking for help. You would take a long trip, but you must do evil.
Which is like an offering.
Which is an offering, yeah. You are very nervous and may fall ill. It is not due to an Orisha or God or whatever you want to call it, or to a curse laid upon you. Go to a doctor for a sedative. You have to move 3 times. The last house will be your home for years. There you will find happiness and good fortune. Now, 5 to 1 and 5 to 4, 5 4 are the same as 1 5 and 4 5. So 5 5. If you talk too much, you will tire out both your tongue and your companions. Don't talk so much. 5 to 6. Bells sound better in your own yard. 5 to 7. You are free because of lack of proof. Don't push your luck. They may catch you with your fingers in the pudding. 5 to 8. Lies.
Fingers in the pudding.
Lies bring arguments. There are disturbances in your house due to liars. 5 to 9. No one knows what he has until he loses it. Take care of what is yours. 5 to 10. The dead took what the Orisha has, or the God has. Don't pretend to be dead or a saint. You are not going to like the wake or the burial. 5 to 11. If you don't know the laws under which you have to live or obey them, you will learn them in the next world. 5 to 12. The good son has God's and his mother's blessing. Remember your mother, respect your mother. 5 to 13. Don't play.
Yeah,
oh no, that's right. I keep doing that every time.
Number 6. If 6 comes up first, from legends the truth is born, for the king does not lie. You are very short of means. You lack everything. Your money vanishes like smoke. You are being held back. Well, whoever has a treasure and does not watch it will lose it. You lie and you are always caught at it. Your exaggerations confuse what is real with what is not. And people have to take you as you are. You are not going to change. Beware that what you are told is not false. Beware of others' lies. Everyone lies. Control your mind and see things as they really are. Go past the illusions. Do not live in dreams and illusions. Beware the law. If you defend another from harm, when opportunity knocks, open the door and make good use of it. Or when your luck fails, don't complain that you threw the opportunity away. Drink is your worst enemy. Don't talk about what you see. You might benefit from having been the only witness. A man should listen to his wife's advice. So 6-1 through 6-5 are the same as 1-6 to 5-6. So let's just jump to 6-6. So on your second throw, if you get 6 up, he who doesn't know dies. He who knows lives. 7. Dogs have 4 legs but walk on one path. You can't be everywhere at once. 8. Where a trifle grows. Trifle?
Yeah.
Trifle?
Trifle. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tomato, potato.
I don't know. Maybe it's a truffle.
No, it's not. It's a trifle.
Oh, what the hell is a trifle?
Maybe it's a trifle. Maybe it's like an argument. We're trying to word.
Yeah.
Because nothing else will sprout.
Oh, it must be referring to an argument.
An argument grows. Yeah. Nothing else will sprout. You are not number 9. You are not crazy. You pretend to be crazy. If you continue to pretend, you will become crazy. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
10. 2 calves do not drink out of the same fountain. 11. Don't be envy's slave. Beware the envious. 12. Your stubbornness will take you from failure to failure. Number 7.
Where the first hole was dug, where the first burial was made.
Shh. Nobody knows where that is.
There's the oracle. Interpretation. You are very frightened. You toss and turn in bed without sleep. The spirits of the dead chase you in your dreams. Your nerves are overexcited. You do not have any strength. See a doctor. Don't allow further deterioration. What is nothing today will be extremely serious tomorrow. 3 persons compete for your favors. You are considered confused, but you will pick the 3rd one, the last you met. Beware of venereal disease and eye problems.
Ew.
Beware.
Does that mean you'll get a venereal disease in your eye?
Yeah, whatever. Beware adultery's dangers. Someone will come with gossip. Stay away from the complications. Don't risk giving advice, even with the best of intentions. Remember previous negative results in these situations. Treachery between a man and wife. Blood and tragedy. Don't listen to those who woo you. It will destroy your home. It is all a lie.
Everything's a lie.
You dream of your enemies.
Which is only an illusion.
Disappointments result from not... You know what? That is not part of the freaking goddamn interpretation, so stop. Disappointments result from not following your premonition.
You said the GD word.
Oh, I get double fine then. You have the gifts of the seer and the diviner. You see the future.
I'll take it out on you later.
I don't answer to you.
You answer to a higher source. That higher source happens to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Or Weebles the bunny.
Okay, so 7 to 1 to 7 to 6 are the same as 1 to 7 to 6 to 7. So 7 to 7, everyone makes sure that they do things with care so that they come out well. 2s don't know how to do things properly.
2 don't know how to do.
2 is what I'm going to say.
2.
2. Don't abandon your customs. 7 to 8, don't abandon your customs, uneasiness. 7 to 9, 2 with big noses can't kiss. Some of these things are...
Well, it revolves to snooping.
Yeah, I know.
You know, gossipers and
I'm
people's noses.
I'm laughing at the way they've worded it.
Yeah.
7 to 10, don't be ashamed to look at yourself. 7 to 11, stretch out your hand as far as it will go. 7, oh no. I almost did it again.
Number 8. 8 openings up. Obatala and all the auditions speak to you because the head rules the body. Only one king rules the body. You don't get merit for what you deserve. It's your fault. You are too good. You're too noble. Help the needy. Don't be taken for a fool. Listen to your wife or parents when they express anger at the way your false friends are treating you. Things may appear uncertain. Your life will change from this date forward. Do not let yourself be ordered about. Listen to advice, but use your own judgment. You have suffered much, and still have to struggle on. In the end, your path will be clear. You have a gift for business and dealing with people. Use it to benefit yourself and your employees. You were born to lead. The gods want you to succeed. Beware of robbers. Stay away from dark and dangerous places. A dream warning of danger is worrying you. Turn it away with a ritual. Don't count your dreams. They will lose their power. Your complaints attract negative influences. Don't curse yourself or desire your own death. Don't argue. Don't argue. Their advice is for your own good. Listen to your elders. Do you know that? Don't argue with them. It's for your own good. Okay. You have taken another's woman. The consequences will be serious. Don't help anyone off the floor. Whom you help rise will help you fall. See? Told you. All an illusion. Just leave them on the ground. Walk over them. Step over them. Fuck them. They will turn against you. Sometimes you believe and sometimes you doubt. Don't ask for proofs. They may be too strong for you. 8-8. When close friends fight, war is certain. Don't fight with your friends. No problem if you don't have any.
Can you stop inserting shit?
Oh, I'm serious. People are just jack nuts.
Do the thing.
Well, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
Then make sure that when you find a friend, you get the damn mask off of them, and you find out that they're not just all playing an illusion, smoke and mirror game of who you want them to think they are. But then when you find out the whole world does that, don't come crying to me. 8-9. Don't repeat the evil that you once committed. 8-10. The needle carries the thread. Don't follow people who talk nonsense. You are being given bad counsel. 11. He who eats too much gets sick. Leave some for others. You will not regret sharing what you have. 12. Wasps have fierce stings. The pain passes. 9 is yours. We're almost done and we're finished.
The oracle is your best friend, is your worst enemy. Interpretation. Problems between man and wife. The marriage is at an end. There is no rest in the house. Too much noise and fighting. The neighbors will call the law. This disagreeable situation is brought about by a person that looks upon the marriage with an evil eye. That person wants the marriage to end. He or she is paying for witchcraft to destroy you. Beware if you are about to marry. You feel a lot of danger. Don't argue with anyone. It prevents you from thinking intelligently. You fight over nothing. Calm down. If you are single, your fights with your parents are making you leave home. Stop thinking about moving. Do it. Don't allow sick visitors to sleep over. If they die in your house, your spirit will trouble you. Their spirit. Jimmy?
What did I do?
Consult a doctor. Beware of fire. When someone entrusts you with something, receive it in front of witnesses. You might be asked to return more than what you were given. Now with Elders, 9 to 1, 9 to 8 are the same as 1 to 9 and 8 to 9. So 9 to 9, a friend who kills a friend and a brother who kills a brother cannot be pardoned. Their crime won't be forgotten. 9 to 10, rainwater is God's water. Wash yourself in it. 9 to 11, you can't dig a hole where there's one already dug. Leave what is buried be, or you will suffer great shame. 9 to 12, you are a failure because you are a troublemaker. You'll be put in the cemetery by your own hand.
10. Where the curse was born. You are stubborn, you are lazy. What you think is easy is not. All projects are up in the air. Your whims make you repeat your actions. You don't like toil, but in this life one must struggle. The ill person in your house should go see a doctor. Contrary to appearances, your health is delicate. Go see a doctor yourself. Your gambling luck is gone. Stop gambling. Someone is using witchcraft against you. Your job is in danger. Bet the number in your dreams to pay your bills, not to get rich. Say a mass for the dead ones, and don't argue for your dead relatives. Don't argue with the living ones. And of course, 10 through 1 is the same as 10, and 10 through 9 is the same as 1-10 and 9-10, and so on and so forth. So if your second one has 10 up, he who gambles loses the cash and his home. 11, the cheap is expensive in the end. 12, drunks don't know what they're doing when they don't want to. 13, and then it goes to Vicky to finish 11. Off, we've only got one more after this, and then we'll start doing no-deuce for people.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, yes.
11, the oracle, boiling water with a basket, ingratitude. The interpretation, a black, evil, dead soul is tormenting you and your family. It has been chasing you for years. You have to resort to stronger measures than masses to drive it away, or it will take you with it. The spirit drives away anyone who might help you. You have already had accidents. The next one could be fatal. Don't lose hope. Feed your reachers, or, pay attention to your guards. Don't loiter on street corners. You may be falsely accused of a crime. Don't listen to advice. You don't follow directions. That is why you never see the results of your ebos or your rituals or whatever. Don't argue. Don't lose control. Let Oya and Alegua pay back those who have harmed you. Don't take vengeance against anyone, not even your worst enemy. Don't drink. Don't go out at night. Don't open the door to anyone after you go to bed unless they identify themselves. So again, 11 to 1 to 10, 11 to 10 are the same as 1 to 11 to 10 to 11. So 11:11, you will see your enemy's corpse pass by your front door. Don't cause those that wish you evil. Olodumare will provide justice. And 11 to 12, a united family is a strong family. Unite your family. So take it away, 12.
Number 12, when there is war, the warrior does not sleep. Beware of fire. Stay away from scenes of fires. Don't visit jails or hospitals. You get what you want, but you can't keep it. That's because you don't respect what you get. You have been told by another that the gods protect you. That is not true. You have been a diviner since birth. If you are a man, you will be a babalo, which is like the head of Santeria, or any head of any type of religion, actually. Your friends always betray your trust. They take advantage of you and gossip behind your back. Have few, but well-chosen friends. Make sure they're not illusions.
All right, come on.
Of monsters behind masks.
Yep.
Keep your private affairs private. You have a bad temper. Don't use or carry weapons. And then on the doubles, since we've done everything I just need to do, 12-12. Cleanse yourself. forward movement. Okay, we're going to play a song, and when we come back, we're going to do readings for those in the chat room. Enjoy. What are we going to play? Chameleons, Anyone Alive.
Oh, yeah.
For those left out there after the rapture.
I love that song.
Spot
Alrighty. We're going to read Kaylee first because she wants to watch an episode of Supernatural and go to bed. So, Kaylee, Vic's going to throw. I'm going to read. Your first throw is...
Let me do it again. Hang on.
Get the blower to steady there. Sparkus.
That's what you have when you have a board that's not flat.
Okay, here we go. Your first throw is... Is that 6?
Yeah.
6 up on your first throw. So, 6. You are very short. From legends, the truth is born. The king does not lie. You are very short of means. You lack everything. Your money vanishes like smoke. You are being held back. Whoever has a treasure and does not watch it will lose it. You lie and are always caught at it. Your exaggerations confuse what is real with what is not. And people have to take you for as you are not going to change. Beware of what you are told is not false. Beware of others' lies. Control your mind and see things as they really are. Do not live in dreams and illusions. Beware of the law, or we're getting in trouble, because this is again, if you defend somebody else. When opportunity knocks, open the door, make good use of it. Don't complain that you threw it away later on. Don't talk about what you see. You benefit from being the only witness, and you should listen to your elder's advice.
I'm going to do second throw.
Okay, second throw.
Yeah, she got 6-6.
6-6. So 6-6. He who doesn't know dies. He who knows lives. Go to Oramia's house, which is somebody who tells divination. So he can tell you the luck that awaits you in this life. So really, you should have
a reading,
a professional reading done with like tarot cards and the whole bit.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Kalinda?
Well, there's, I think we had, if you go up, we had Donald.
Okay.
And then we had Frauder, I think. Let's see. Okay, Donald's next because he said me.
Okay.
And then I think we have Faunus. So let's go.
Let's do Donald.
Donald, you're next. Here we go, Donald. Your first throw.
3.
3. 3. 3. Arguments and tragedy.
Allie, hang on a second. She don't understand the last part.
Oh, the second part of one who knows. Allie, read her tarot cards for her. She needs to have more red so that she can plan out a more distinct future, so she knows what awaits her. Yeah. Donald, you're number 3. Arguments and tragedy. Sometimes you feel a great desire to hit another person on the head. Don't carry a weapon or a knife or a firearm. You'll hurt yourself. Avoid fights and arguments. You may be attacked and not have time to defend yourself. Avoid dark places, especially bars, because danger follows you. Don't climb around in dangerous places. Avoid machinery. You may receive a puncture wound and fall ill if you don't beware and take care of it. Don't drink. Alcohol goes to your head and makes you lose your senses. It may eventually drive you crazy. Take care if you have broken the law. You may be found out and imprisoned. If you're married, don't fight with your spouse. And a curse between a man and a wife may affect the children for many years. 3 people are struggling for the same thing that you want. They feel their rights to it are superior. They all want to lead. They don't want you to stand out and take on responsibility. You should do that, though. Beware the one bearing gifts. Examine what is offered. It may harm you instead of helping you. It may come with strings. What you have lost, you will regain soon. What will be lost will be found. Your crying will turn to laughter. You want to throw a second one, please?
Yeah. 4. No. Is that?
Yeah.
5?
So 3-5?
Yeah.
3-5. Don't pick up what you discarded. Loathing. In other words, whatever you've decided to let loose of in life, let it go. Donald, let it go.
So after Donald was Faunus.
Faunus, you're next.
5.
Number 5, bonus. Blood that runs through the veins. You've lost your great luck. What you have loved has disappeared. At times you feel like crying for no reason. Your difficulties are your best advisor. Your tongue is your luck and your disgrace. You have participated in ceremonies and rituals have been done for you, but you're still not satisfied. You think you've been cheated and fooled, and it's not true. Don't search anymore. You have found the house where all your problems will be resolved. Your anxiety will be removed. You have passed the tests of the gods. You are called. Don't say anything bad about other practitioners. They could not help you until you knew this. A dead soul is asking your family for a mass. It wanders about incessantly and is asking for help. And you need to give it some kind of offering. And it's not necessary that you know who it is. You will take a long trip, but you must do a ritual first. You are very nervous and you may fall ill, and it's not due to a curse laid upon you or some type of witchcraft. It's your nervousness. Go to a doctor for a sedative. You have to move 3 times. The last house will be your home for years. There you will find happiness and good fortune. The second one is 5 dash...
5.
5-5?
5.
5-5. If you talk too much, you will tire out both your tongue and your companions. Don't talk so much. Who is next?
Hang on, Fada.
Frauder, you're going to do it next? Okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track. All right.
Frauder.
1, 2, 4.
Frauder, you're number 4 on your first one. No one knows what is at the bottom of the sea. You have a lot of projects, but you can't decide what you are going to do with your life. This is causing you to pull money in with one hand and throw it away with the other. You will run into an attractive business proposition. Beware what you sign. Have everything in writing to avoid misunderstandings. Don't worry and don't complain. The gods will provide. You will be robbed if you haven't been robbed already. Don't display your valuables and don't hide money at home. Beware of visitors. Not everyone has good intentions that walk into your house. A woman has evil thoughts and an evil tongue for all that surround her. She is quarrelsome and a snoop. Stay away from her. She'd like to see you in jail. Don't listen to gossip about your loved ones. If you're a married man, another man is making eyes at your wife. If you're not, don't worry about it. He is creating arguments. Don't tell anyone your innermost secrets. Envy and jealousy are everywhere around you. Next one. See a 4-4?
Yeah.
4-4. The son that was born strong, healthy, and straight is now crooked from lack of care. You're not watching out for yourself or taking care of yourself. Who's next?
It might be Maria. Hang on. No, Kalinda.
Kalinda is next? Okay,
Yeah.
Kalinda. Darling, this is your first throw.
3, 4. Shit, the same as Father.
Kalinda, you have 4. If you weren't listening, no one knows what is at the bottom of the sea. You have a lot of projects, but you can't decide what you're going to do with your life. This is causing you to pull money in with one hand and throw it away with the other. You will run into an attractive business proposition, but beware of what you sign. Have everything in writing to avoid misunderstandings. Don't worry and don't complain. The gods will provide. You will be robbed if you haven't been robbed already. Don't display your valuables. Don't hide money at home. Beware of visitors. Not everyone that enters your home has good intentions. A woman has evil thoughts and an evil tongue for all that surround her. She is quarrelsome and a snoop. Try to stay away from her. She wants to see you in jail. Don't listen to gossip about your loved ones. That doesn't apply to you since you're a girl. Don't tell anyone your innermost secrets. Envy and jealousy are everywhere. What's your second one?
2.
So 2-4. There is a rocky path before you. Remove what bothers you, and you will walk with ease.
Did we do Donald?
Yeah, we did Donald.
So I think Maria's
next. Okay. 3. Okay. Arguments and tragedies. Sometimes you feel a great desire to hit another on the head. Don't use a knife or weapon or a firearm. You will hurt yourself. Avoid fights and arguments. You may be attacked and not have time to defend yourself. Avoid dark places, especially bars. Danger follows you. Don't climb around to dangerous places. Avoid machinery. You may receive a puncture wound and fall ill if you don't take care of it. Don't drink. Alcohol goes to your head and you makes you lose your senses, and it may eventually drive you crazy. Take care if you've broken the law. You may be found out and imprisoned. If you're married, don't fight with your spouse. A curse between a man and a wife affect the children for many years. 3 people are struggling for the same thing that you want. They feel their rights to it are superior, and they all want to lead. They don't want you to stand out and take on responsibility. Beware the one bearing gifts. Examine what is offered. It may harm you instead of helping. What you have lost, you will regain. What will be lost will be found, and your crying will turn to laughter. What's your second one?
1, 2, 7.
So it's 3, 7. What is known is not questioned. Look at what is in front of your eyes. Guess the riddle.
And who did we just read?
Maria.
Maria? Alright. I think I've gone through the whole list. Is anyone else out there that wants a reading?
Monad Noise can't seem to get on air. Listen at the bottom of the page. Monda. Either start the real player or hit listen now. Is there anybody else out? Oh, and we did Mary, right?
No, I wasn't asked by Mary. I was asked by Maria.
I thought Mary said she wanted one. Further up.
Oh, let's just do Mary then.
I thought Mary said yes. Yeah, see, she says yes, please.
Okay.
So, Mary, this one's yours.
I think I saw Maria, Mary, and I...
Right.
5.
Mary, yours is 5. Blood that runs through the veins. You've lost your great luck. What you have loved has disappeared. At times you feel like crying for no reason. Your difficulties are your best advisor. Your tongue is both your luck and your disgrace. You have participated in ceremonies, and ceremonies have been done for you, but you're still not satisfied. You think you've been cheated and fooled. It's not true. Don't search anymore. You have found the house where all your problems will be resolved, and your anxiety will be removed. Don't say anything bad about other practitioners. They could not help you until now. A dead soul is asking your family for a mass. It wanders about incessantly and is asking for help. You will take a long trip, but you must do a ritual to protect yourself first. You are very nervous and may fall ill. It is not due to a curse or the bad luck of a god. It is simply your nerves. Go to a doctor for a sedative. You have to move 3 times. The last house will be your home for years. There you will find happiness and good fortune. 5 dash.
Oh, shoot, hang on, I did
that one didn't have anything to say then.
Huh?
That one didn't have anything to say then.
Right.
And you got that one over there, mouth up.
Oh.
5-5?
Yeah.
If you talk too much, you'll tire out both your tongue and your companions. Don't talk so much.
Is anyone else?
Is there anybody else who wants a reading? I think we covered everyone but Monad Noise, and I don't know if Monad Noise can hear us now. Monad Noise, did you want a reading?
Do you want a reading?
You gotta let us know.
You want a reading? Mouse.
Hold on, let me just get everybody.
I am. I'm just asking.
Let's do you.
Well... Wow, I can hear those people out front really clearly.
Yeah, I know, Jack Nuts.
Who else is on the list? Oh, well, I think we've gone everyone in the room.
But Monad. So we'll wait for Monad to see if she wants one. Let's do you.
Let's do you.
Oh, no, she does, please.
All right,
Let's do Monad.
Okay. This is Monad.
This is for Monad Noise.
All right. 5 again.
Another 5. How you guys doing? Hanging around with each other? Blood that runs through the veins. You have lost your great good luck. What you have loved has disappeared. At times you feel like crying for no reason. Your difficulties are your best advisor. Your tongue is your luck and your disgrace. You have participated in ceremonies, and ceremonies have been done for you, but you are not satisfied. You think you have been cheated and fooled, and it's not true. Don't search anymore. You have found the house where all your problems will be resolved, and your anxiety will be removed. Don't say anything bad about other practitioners. They could not help you until right now. A dead soul is asking your family for a mass it wonders about incessantly and is asking for help. You will take a long trip, but you must do a ceremony to protect yourself. You are nervous and may fall ill. It's not due to a god or a curse laid upon you. Go to a doctor for a sedative. You have to move 3 more times. The last house will be your home for years. There you will find happiness and good fortune.
4.
5-4. The dead are out and about, looking for someone to capture. Run. Don't let the spirits of the dead chasing you catch you.
Right, so
And that could be like things that you've left in the past or memories.
okay, so Monad knows. God damn it. Is a dude.
Okay.
So Karina wants a
Kalinda.
Kalinda, sorry, wants someone a reading for someone in the room. So cool?
Someone in her room?
Yeah.
Sure, let's go.
Alright, this is for the someone.
This is for Kalinda someone.
1.
1. With 1, the world began. If there is no good, there is no evil. Pay attention and listen well to what you are about to hear. If there is no sickness in your house now, there soon will be. Most likely an elderly person, not you. Summon the doctor immediately. The sickness will be serious, a matter of life or death. Take care not to be bitten by a dog. Don't curse yourself or your luck. Don't allow your companions and relatives to do so. This habit is attracting evil influences to you and your home. You are being held back, and you're going through some bad times both economically and emotionally. You will take a trip from home. Beware, you may be assaulted. Make sure someone takes care of your home and belongings, since you may be robbed and lose your valuables while you're gone. Resist that urge you have to do harm. Avoid arguments. Keep your mouth shut. Even if you are insulted, do not fight. You are moody and somewhat of a joker. This may prove harmful. If your jokes and actions shame another person, there may be serious repercussions.
5.
1-5.
Jason.
Jason. Jealousy is the mother of mistrust. Your jealousy destroys everything. Is there anything about anybody else?
I think we got everyone.
I think we did.
Unless there's other people in the room with these people.
Yes, does anybody have any people in the room that wants a reading too before we say good night and then move on to the Q&A section of the next show? You want to do a reading on me? Fine, let's do a reading on me. Throw.
Shit.
Yeah.
I think, is that up?
That's up.
Are you sure? 'Cause
Yep.
it's off the board.
Doesn't matter.
4. Are you sure?
You want to throw again? Throw again.
Yeah. Kind of not sure about that last one here. Yeah, see, it was 3. That's what I was
And I was
thinking.
just reading 3 and going, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Arguments and tragedies. Sometimes I have a great desire to hit another person on the head. Don't use or carry a weapon, knife, or firearm. You'll hurt yourself. Avoid arguments and fights. You may be attacked and not have time to defend yourself. Avoid dark places, especially bars. Danger follows you. Don't climb around in dangerous places and avoid machinery. You will receive a puncture wound and fall ill if you don't be aware. Don't drink. Alcohol goes to your head and makes you lose your senses. It may eventually drive you crazy. Take care if you have broken the law. You may be found out and imprisoned. I don't have to worry about that. If you are married, don't fight with your spouse. I don't fight with you. A curse between a man and a wife may affect the children for many years. I don't have to worry about that because we're not having children. 3 people are struggling for the same thing I want. They feel their rights to it are superior. They all want to lead. They don't want you to stand out and take responsibility. Beware the one bearing gifts. Examine what is offered. It may harm instead of helping. What you have lost, you will regain soon. What will be lost will be found. Your crying will turn to laughter. I doubt that very seriously. Can I have the next one?
Why? Alright, no carrying any weapons. I keep telling you that.
Why? Because to quote Lord Byron, he who knows the most mourns the deepest. The tree of knowledge is not the tree of life.
Yes, anyway. Okay, so, ready for the second one? Hey, 1, 2, 4. Okay.
3-4? Yep. A single man may save his people. A single person can save his people.
I know.
You want yours read?
Huh?
Want to do yours?
Sure, why not?
Let's do Vic's.
I haven't done mine for ages.
Vicky, this is for you. The first one is... Come on, no snake eyes.
3.
Oh, you got the same one I did.
How is that possible?
Sometimes you feel a great desire to hit another person on the head. Don't use or carry a knife or firearm or weapon. You'll hurt yourself. Let's avoid fights and arguments. You may be attacked and not have time to defend yourself. Avoid dark places, especially bars. Danger follows you. Stop climbing around in dangerous places. Avoid machinery. You may receive a puncture wound and fall ill if you don't beware. Don't drink. Alcohol goes to your head. And it makes you lose your senses. It may eventually drive you batsy.
Mad.
Take care if you've broken the law. You don't break the law because you always get caught.
What?
You may be found out and imprisoned. If you're married, don't argue with your spouse. That would be me. Okay? Okay? We don't have to worry about the children thing, but 3 people are struggling for the same thing you want.
Why did we get the same
They
thing?
feel they're right because we're bored to superior. And just do your second one. They all want to lead. They don't want you to stand out and take responsibility. Beware the one bearing gifts. Examine what is offered. It may harm instead of helping. What you have lost, you will regain. What will be lost will be found. Your crying will turn to laughter. Probably for you. 2, 3?
3, 2.
Okay. Where there are arguments, there is no peace. They bring bad spirits. So stop arguing with me already.
I'm not arguing with
Lady,
you.
I'll tell you what.
Someone didn't really say shit all. I think he was talking about you.
No. Anyway, that's tonight's show. Next week, we're going to stop. We're going to do a song. Stop. So there'll be a pause of silence. We'll start the music again and go into a Q&A of anything that anybody wants to answer. We do have some stuff that we'll read if you want about astrology.
What?
And some of the key houses and how the houses work if nobody else has questions. Otherwise, we'll be answering questions. Join us next week when we do moon magic, things about the moon, the different types of moons, the different moon quarters and stuff like that, phases of the moon, and how different philosophies handle moon magic. Mm-hmm. Until then, thank you for joining this week's Occultist Radio. Radio for the higher self. And be sure to check out all of our past shows either on iTunes under Occultist Radio. It's free for download. Or at http://occultistradio.podomatic.com. It is free to listen to and download. Also, we have some Facebook pages for Occultist Radio out there if you look us up. And, of course, we are broadcasting from your favorite shop, Panpipes Magical Marketplace. Until then,
good night.
Good night. And, of course, I'm going to finish it up with Mr. Dave himself because I think I'm wonderful.